Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. For Game 2 of the American League Championship Series, the Cleveland Indians combined for 4 total home runs as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 7-3. They now have a 2-0 series lead heading into Game 3. And that'll do it for today's postseason recap. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Live on MLB Network, this is Game 3 of the League Championship Series. It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. Clayton Kershaw gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're taking a look at one of the top pitchers in the game. This guy has over 200 career victories, and he'd like to add another one to this list. This guy's been a really good pitcher for a long time, and right now he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be interesting to watch him work in this one here.
Now at the plate, Bruce Hunter. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
First pitch, 7-0 pitch.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. And it's 1-2. Temperature was in the 70s earlier today, but 59 at game time tonight. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Now here's the pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Kershaw is what you may call a stingy starting pitcher. He rarely gets hit around, and on top of that, he usually excels at limiting free passes. A great combination to have.
Matty V, I think one of the keys to being a good starting pitcher, 1, limiting the number of pitches that you throw into a game, and 2, getting outs as quickly as you can. And there aren't too many guys that do it better than this guy. Not a lot of pitches. One of the things I like, he's in attack mode from the first pitch of every at bat.
Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted into center field. And plenty of room out there for Edmonds, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting 4. The
runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And next it'll be the left-handed power threat, Kyle Schwarber. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. First pitch on its way. Here's a strike with the breaking ball. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. One left. Kyle Hendricks will do the pitching in game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Wow, he was awfully good in his last one. A complete game victory. We'll see if he'll be as good in this one as he was in his previous start.
So stepping in, Jacob Amaya. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Dodgers, the second baseman, Jacob Amaya.
The pitch. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Batting second, the shortstop.
Striding forward now, Corey Seager. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. In there, and it's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And another foul ball. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Batting third, the center fielder. Yeah.
First offering on its way.
The right
Turned
fielder.
on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Bellinger.
Ready with the 0-1. Not the best of sinkers that time. Ball high. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Second inning set to go. And standing in is the veteran third baseman, Evan Longoria. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Counts 1-0.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Bellinger is there, and he'll bring this one in. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And into bat next is Albert Almora. Ball 1. And he misses low with it. 2-0. No score here as we play inning number 2. A strike, and it's 2-1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And you're a pitcher right there. You can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Liner toward right center, and that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Yeah, some guys have the ability to rise the occasion, while some guys shrink away when it matters the most. Well, this guy is a gamer. He's been on fire since the postseason started, and after that hit, it looks like he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. Next to bat will be Victor Caratini as he'll take a look at ball one. Back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Now the throw comes in to hold that second runner at third, so they're at the corners now with still only one away.
Batting none.
Boy, I don't know about that pitch selection right there, Dero. You have a base open with the pitcher on deck. Not very good pitching right there.
Dan, as a guy who hit 8th in the National League a time or two, nothing's more difficult than to try and mind meld with the pitcher and come up with a game plan when you know you got the pitcher on deck. Shocking that he was coming after him right there in that big spot, and he paid the price.
Into the box now, Kyle Hendricks, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball two.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And he'll just try and throw off the pitcher as that's in for strike one.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Fastball in there, 3-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout? Now at the plate, Bruce Hunter. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The first baseman, Bruce Hunter.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip it on to first, and with it, that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Cubs are on top, 2-0. Next for the Dodgers, Eddie Rosario. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. He's 1 for 3.
Eddie Rosario.
First offering on its way.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Rosario behind with an 0-2 count. Hendricks, 33 years old. He was an 8th round selection back in 2011.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Here's another 0-2. Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called and a questionable first out of the inning.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Max Muncy comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Weak grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the American League Championship Series, as they've got a good matchup going on over there as well. Next up for Los Angeles, Will Smith. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Hit high in the air down the right field line. In there, a base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Batting 8th, the third baseman, Cody.
At the plate, Cody Hosey, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Hosey, a 25-year-old who was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2019.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's Javier Baez. Threw a base on balls his first time up.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Down and away, ball 1.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
The 1-1. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
Now batting.
Digging in, Kyle Schwarber. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Seager is calling for it. He gets there as the runner breaks for home. And never much of a chance to even think about scoring there. What a big second out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
First offering on its way. Evan Longoria is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
The 0-1 delivery.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Now the 0-2 pitch. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip this one on to first as he works his way out of. Leading off the inning, Clayton Kershaw, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Bouncer to the left side. Baez fields it cleanly. And there's one away.
Now batting, second base.
Now at the plate, Jacob Amaya. Second at bat now. He grounded out to start the home first. Runs up and gets this one down. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Good swing there, but this is foul off to the right side. Amaya is a middle infielder by trade, of course, usually a shortstop, but they've got him at second base in this one.
Yeah, Matty, this guy's got some of the best hands in the game. It doesn't matter. Shortstop, second base, you can pretty much put him wherever you want in the infield. Premium defender, up the middle defender. Looks to help out the pitching staff any way he can.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the run is Almora. But it's the center fielder who gets there. And there are two gone now.
I suppose this is why you usually have the best defensive outfielder in center field. He got a good read on it, charges in hard, and made a fabulous grab. Look for that one to make the highlight reels later on.
Play ball.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr.
Number 5, Albert.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. Here it comes on 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Gets him looking. Strike 3.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Into the box, Ian Happ, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
Popped up. Back behind second. Amaya settles under it near second. 2 gone.
The batter.
Digging in the switch hitter, Victor Caratini, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Ground ball left side. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forward Cody Bellinger.
The right fielder.
And now pitch on the way.
Bellinger.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. It's a solo homer for Cody Bellinger. His first homer here in the series. And the Dodgers are within a run. It's now 2-1. Standing in now, Eddie Rosario. As he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Oh, he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Off-speed pitch, and there is strike 3 called. And boy, that zone just got a bit larger. 2 away.
Now back.
So the base is empty here with 1
back.
away. And up next will be the pitcher, Clayton
Right
Kershaw.
there.
A bouncer up the middle. Scooped up. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home 5th.
Now batting.
Standing in, Jacob Amaya. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. In there, strike 1. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that. New inning set to get underway, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Jackie Robinson. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now back.
Ready once again, Kyle Schwarber. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And that's dead center for strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at-bat. One might be coming right here.
Low-scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw on to first will take care of him, and Kershaw is in control now. 2 away.
The third baseman.
2 away now for the Cubs in the 6th. And standing in here, the veteran third baseman, Evan Longoria. Skied into straightaway right. Bellinger's under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Here's Corey Seager, and at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game. You know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Reined in, and Robinson will throw him out. 1 gone.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Jim Edmonds. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Sinkers in there. No balls and a strike. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Up next
digging in once again, Cody Bellinger. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
Bellinger.
First pitch of the at-bat. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And it's fouled away. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They're down 2. So here's Albert Almora next. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. Standing in, Ian Happ, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Check swing called strike, 0-1. We're in the 7th inning now. The pitcher's duel, 2-1 our score. Line towards center field. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, are you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, Hero. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out, swinging the bat.
Victor Caratini stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Skied into straightaway right. Bellinger's under it. 2 gone. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and the pitcher Kyle Hendricks will be the next to bat. David Bodie will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 13, David Bodie.
Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well-hit line drive double. By the time the right fielder tracked it down, he was easily into second.
Here comes the Dodger manager making his way toward the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. Not an altogether bad performance here, 6 2/3, but he stands to be the loser unless things can turn around. Edilbray Ramos trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Now batting, Bruce Hunter. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. Anthony Rizzo will grab a bat to pinch hit, and he'll do so with a couple of runners in scoring position here, but with 2 out in the inning. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against a modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Lifted the other way out to left center. Long run for the center fielder. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Cubs strand a couple. They still lead it 2-1. Anthony Rizzo will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Craig Kimbrell gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Stepping in, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Leading up for the
Just gets a piece of it, strike 1.
The left fielder, Eddie Rosario.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
No, that's down.
Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
The batter, the first baseman.
One gone now in the LA seventh, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitter Max Muncy. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Kimbrel, originally from the state of Alabama. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to adjust and be a great teammate.
Will Smith is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
And he fouls this one off. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. Dodgers down in order. They still trail it. And that brings up Javi Baez.
Leading off to the Cubs, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line to the right side. Bellinger moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Now back, second base.
The next Cub up, Jackie Robinson. He was a ground out victim last time up. Now here's the pitch.
1-1, no strike.
Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. The 1-0. Bends into the zone for a strike. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Ramos, a Venezuelan-born ball player. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Hit back up the middle. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Gilo, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
So now to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Throw over to first. And a dive, but he's back in. Ready with the 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Under it is Edmonds, and he's got it for your second out. Stepping in, Evan Longoria. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
Hey, love the pitcher attacking the zone right here. He knows he's got a patient hitter at the plate. Might as well steal that first strike.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. 0-2 count and the pitch. And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on.
Leading off for the Dodgers,
at the plate, Cody Hosey. And he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. He's working on bringing home the tying run, standing at second base.
Nope,
that's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. No one out with a runner at second. And that's taken for a called strike 2.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
The second baseman, Jacob Amaya.
To the plate now, Jacob Amaya, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He just ramps up and here's the fastball by him. 0-2.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
Rizzo will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out, number 2.
The batter, number 5.
Now, Corey Seager, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. 0-1 the count. On a good curveball. Came back to catch the strike zone there, and it's 0-2.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Back goes Almora. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. Roberto Ozuna is called upon, and it's not for his usual role. Just hoping to keep the deficit at 1 here.
55. Roberto.
All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Albert Almora. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And now here's the ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And a great start to the 9th, as this ought to be extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference. So double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
In now, Ian Happ. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
1-0.
This is pulled into right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? The tag, and he is out at third base. It's a double play.
Now batting. The catcher.
So digging in now, Victor Caratini. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. Jason Hayward will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. No balls and 1 strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. They lead it 2-1. Jason Hayward will remain in the game in the 8th spot and take over at catcher. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Here comes the first pitch. Popped up. Baez is there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now
Cody Bellinger at the plate now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Aroldis Chapman comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Chicago. Number 54, Aroldis Chapman.
First delivery to him on the way. The 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball. He's behind in the count 0-2. Chapman, a veteran at 35 years of age. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game with this guy. You don't hang around 13 years. I always say this, you show me a good teammate, I'll show you a guy who opens the door every day, and you know exactly what you're getting. The consistency this guy has had can't go unnoticed, and he's had an amazing career.
And he makes the running catch, followed by a full gainer. Aha, and this ball game is over.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Chicago Cubs take a commanding 3-0 lead here in the League Championship Series. Kyle Hendricks pitches well enough to get the W. Clayton Kershaw pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left.